Kira opened her phone, found the right social media app, clicked into Josh's account, and sure enough, saw his photo. But Josh misunderstood her. "I didn't expect you to know who I am. But even if you do know my work address and company and try to use power to pressure them into firing me, I won't compromise." He took a step forward and continued. "Miss S once said, if every journalist is looking out for their own safety, then many truths in this world will be covered up. Even if I can't be a journalist anymore, there are millions of others who will stand up. Don't think that you can hide what you've done forever." Kira didn't know what to say. Listening to his cliched speech, she chuckled. "You just graduated from college, didn't you?" Josh nodded. "Yes. What about it? No wonder you're so naive." Josh was dumbfounded. He couldn't help but look at Kira. It was as if she didn't realize he was talking about her. Captain Lincoln grabbed his arm. "Enough. This is a music hospital. Please leave." He threw Josh's phone back to music him, then grabbed his arm and took him straight out the door. It wasn't until then that Kira turned to look at Holly. But when she did, Holly immediately avoided her gaze. Her pretty face was tense, and she seemed rather uncomfortable. Only then did she say, "Well, I have things to do. I'll step out for a moment." She quickly left the room. Her laughter, Kira chuckled, still the same old stick of music in the mud. Holly was so straightforward in character and remorseful after doing something wrong. But she didn't blame Holly. Iron deficiency anemia was indeed a rare condition. When she first mentioned it, hardly anyone would believe her. She looked perfectly fine when she said she had anemia. But Holly still ran a routine blood test for her, which was more than what the average person would do. As Kira was pondering, Samuel suddenly asked, "Boss, music, do you know who the murderer is?" Kira raised an eyebrow but said nothing. Samuel chuckled. "Hey, Josh. Josh is live streaming again." Kira was startled and looked at Samuel's phone. Josh was live streaming just now, and he was standing outside the hospital talking to the camera. "My live stream was interrupted earlier. I'm music, back to say hi to everyone. I'm okay. They haven't lost all conscience. They didn't kill me because I saw their transaction." People left comments below the video. "The world hasn't collapsed because of the perseverance of people like you. I knew it. No matter how terrible one's father is, he's music, still family. How could a son provide a letter of forgiveness to a murderer?" No surprise there was a financial transaction. The evil of capital. Can money disregard human life? Claiming anemia as grounds for bail, it's utterly shameless. Such people must be brought to justice. I don't understand. The evidence is clear. Why aren't they arresting anyone? Music, isn't this kind of case straightforward to solve? Just as Josh was making light of himself, and everyone was criticizing Kira, a voice rang out. "Hello." Josh turned his head and saw Holly in her police uniform, walking toward him authoritatively. "I accept your live interview." Josh was delighted. "Officer Sims, they told me earlier music that you are a forensic doctor. Can you assure fairness in front of the camera?" "I can." Holly looked at the camera. Josh said, "Then may I ask, is the murder suspect, Miss Olson, really out on bail due to anemia? Isn't this excuse laughable?" Holly adjusted her uniform and also music straightened her hat. Then she stood straight looking at the camera and said, "I can verify that Miss Olson is indeed suffering from severe anemia, which is threatening her life. Music, I signed her bail application, and I assure you she's definitely not trying to escape punishment." Josh didn't expect her to say that and sneered. "Officer Sims, how can you guarantee it for her?" Holly paused. She clenched her jaw, her upright amusic gaze fixed on the screen. And she said word by word, because of this music uniform, she spoke forcefully. I can tell everyone here openly that if Miss Olsen's music bail is to escape, I'll take off this uniform for good. Josh was stunned by her determination. Holly looked at Josh. Sometimes the truth isn't what you see. The inherent impressions of human beings can be harmful. Who says anemia isn't life-threatening? Don't let short-sightedness and narrow-mindedness affect your judgment, thus making irreversible mistakes. She seemed to be talking to Josh and to herself at the same time. Having said that, Holly turned and left. Kara looked at her phone and was deeply moved. Holly valued her police uniform the most. But when they were at the police station, Captain Lincoln told Holly that Kira would apply for bail. Holly made a guarantee with her uniform. Even though Kira indeed applied for bail now, Holly was still willing her music to stand up and vouch for her. Your friend, although a bit stubborn, music is good to you. Lewis walked in at some point. His tall figure made the room seem rather small. He sat down beside her. Kira nodded. A smile tugged at the corner of her mouth. Yes, although she's a bit silly. She looked at Lewis. In her mind, she couldn't help but think of when she was at the police station. After Holly misunderstood her and thought she had fought with Poppy, she was going to send Kira to solitary confinement. Kira was filled with despair. In the dark detention center, Lewis arrived like a deity. His music holding Captain Lincoln hostage. Then he even picked her up and took her to the hospital. Being held by him, she could smell his fresh scent. His tall and burly figure gave her a sense of security like never before. Maybe it was because she was ill then. She felt extremely weak. Now that she thought about it, she felt he was so bold. What kind of place was music that? Who did he take hostage? What if he was shot dead on the spot by the armed police, trying to rescue Captain Lincoln? He was even more silly than Holly. In laughter, in gasps and sighs, Kira was lost in thought and suddenly said, "Thank you." Her politeness suddenly made Lewis feel a bit uncomfortable. Without thinking, he wanted to say, "Shay music. If anything happens to you, Granny will be heartbroken." But he swallowed the words in the end. He rubbed his nose, his face softening a little. "You're welcome." His reaction reminded Kira of something. In her memories, the boy she met when she was 4 would also rub his nose when embarrassed. Also, that boy was afraid of cats. Kira suddenly asked, "Were you kidnapped when you were little?" Lewis paused, his eyes instantly darkening. Why would you ask that? To listen to the full audio series, install the Pocket FM app now.